They weren't even my best kicks because I could not think. We had this massive whiteboard with like this super teeny tiny handwriting. If you think about it, name a brawl like that has happened on TV. Those boys are so funny. You grow up just, I'm the pink Power Ranger. I'm the yellow Power Ranger. Oh, he wasn't kidding. We could do this.
Hi Juliana, my name is Chris. I'm a YouTuber from the Philippines. So great to get to talk to you today.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks, Chris.
Cobra Kai is an amazing show that has been giving us these great stories since 2018. Were you a fan of the show, and how was it like getting to play Maria Alvarez in this latest season?
As a martial artist since birth, the Karate Kid universe has been so iconic in my household that getting to be a part of it has been the greatest treat. It has been such a full circle moment, and it means the world to me.
So my jaw was literally open the whole time I was watching the finale for part 2. Cobra Kai is known for their creative action scenes, but this one took it a step further with that full-on tournament brawl. How is it like shooting that sequence?
We don't just fight each other on this show. There's choreography. Now imagine all these episodes, choreography having to get done, then taught, then rehearsed, then executed, then edited. We had this massive whiteboard with like this super teeny tiny handwriting with all the scene notes, all the acting beats, all the fights between who, when, where it was gonna happen, all of that written down. Getting to be a part of like that big first part was so overwhelming, but our fearless leaders, Ken Bearfield and Don Lee, phenomenal fight choreographer, did what has never been done on TV before. If you think about it, name a brawl like that has happened on TV, that well choreographed, with that many people, and we shot that brawl in a day and a half. We did it all like within a week. But the brawl, like once chaos breaks out, all of that was shot in like a day and a half, and it was ridiculous because of the amount of time and preparation that went into it before we got to set.
The show itself could get a bit intense, but I'd like to think that filming it was fun. Were there any hilarious moments that stick out with you in the cast when the cameras weren't rolling?
So when shooting the Dimitri Pac Maria dance scene at the bar, those boys are so funny. Now imagine trying to stay in character when you have these two hilarious boys while the camera's facing me and they're supposed to be my eye line, and I'm dancing by myself for like take after take after take, just like, like just they're behind the camera just making silly faces or like pretending to fight each other, trying to get me to break character. It was so funny, but it was like, you guys. So I had to do it back to them when the camera was on them and I was on the other side.
Martin Kove described your kick as the perfect kick just from the sound of your gi.
I'm now watching a perfect kick. This is an absolute perfect kick just by the sound of the gi. Jules is the cleanest kick in the room.
First off, would you say your kicks are your specialty move? And secondly, what goes through your mind when Sensei Kreese himself gives you that amazing compliment?
It was stumping. Like I like just like shocked because it was so out of the blue. Martin Kove and I hadn't met yet on set, and I was just warming up. And he came up to me, didn't even know my name yet. He asked my name. He said, "Hey, what's your name?" And I said, "It's Jules." And then he looked at Justin, my husband, who plays Diego Aguilar, the other co-captain of Furia de Pantera, Team Spain. And he goes, "Hey, can you start recording?" And Justin's like, he like pulls up the phone and then he looks at the camera and he goes, "Are you recording?" And he goes, "Yes, sir." And he starts going off and he's like, "Can you do some kicks for me?" So I start kicking and then he starts talking about me. They weren't even my best kicks because I could not think. I've grown up watching this man, and now he's telling me that I have the cleanest kick in the room, and it was just, holy man, I made it. As a martial artist, I made it because I've dedicated my whole life to cleaning and mastering traditional kicks You don't see me often doing like trick kicks or flipping kicks. I really want to drive home how important the traditional side of the martial arts is. And so for me to be working towards that my whole life and then hearing Sensei Kreese come up to me out of nowhere and saying that was, I don't have words for it. It was priceless.
My channel actually started as a primarily Power Rangers channel. Like, before interviewing actors, I used to direct and produce Power Rangers skits with some of the original Power Rangers actors. I'm curious, were you a fan of Power Rangers growing up? And did it have any influence on you pursuing martial arts?
Of course it did. I mean, what martial artist can say it wasn't? I mean, you grow up just, I'm the pink Power Ranger. I'm the yellow Power Ranger. And then the boys, I'm the red Ranger. I'm the blue Ranger, right? And then you have like the niche ones. They're like, I'm the white Ranger. I'm the green Ranger. My whole life before I got into film was like pink Power Ranger for Halloween, pink Power Ranger for fan film stuff because I was a martial artist. Yes, of course, Power Rangers is such a huge and iconic part of being a martial artist.
So your resume and portfolio is so impressive. You've been in so many blockbuster films as a stunt performer like Miss Marvel, Black Panther, Blue Beetle, Beetlejuice, and Red One. Was this something you wanted to do from the get-go? Or did it spawn out of your love for martial arts in general? Because I assume that not all martial artists can be good stunt performers. Is that a good assumption?
That is a unfortunate truth. It's because us martial artists are so rigid in our technique and in our teachings. And for stunts, you have to be malleable and being able to look technical, but what looks good on film is not what is technically practical or correct. And so having to break those habits as a martial artist from everything that you've been told is correct and right and well is a hard shift. And so sometimes that is the hardest part of being a martial artist for TV and film. I didn't know that this is where I was going to end up and find this to be my end goal. Actually, I didn't realize that stunts existed until one of my really good friends, my husband and I's best friend, he was our best man at our wedding. He's been a stuntman for 12 years. He was like, you guys should come train with me. And if you guys decided to do stunts, you guys would blow up. And we were like, ha ha ha, that's crazy talk. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? And then the Cobra Kai open auditions came for season 3 in 2018 to Atlanta. And we just happened to be in Atlanta running martial arts schools. We tested it out and we weren't stunt performers. We were just martial artists, but we made it to the final round. When we left, we realized we were up there with established stunt performers, like big time guys. And so that's when we realized, like, oh, he wasn't kidding. We could do this. And then from there, Justin got on Ozark and Cobra Kai. Season 3, he played a Cobra Kai member. And then soon after, I got bit by the bug and I started to train it more and start taking jobs. And I've been hooked ever since.
You booked your first screen acting role with Bad Boys Ride or Die. And your scene was very memorable since that was the introduction of the main baddie played by Eric Dane. I'm curious though, if you as Jewelianna Ramos were in that same position, would you have survived with your skills in martial arts? Would you have made it?
Would I have made it? I don't think so. I'm a realistic person. I know where and up to what the martial arts can take you. Would my situational awareness have kicked in a lot sooner? Yes. Would I have allowed myself to be in such a sticky situation? Probably not. Would there have, at the bare minimum, been a fight or a struggle? Would I have survived a little longer? Yes. But would I have survived? Probably not. They were bad guys. They were bad guys.
So that's it, Jewelianna. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm looking forward to more ass kicking coming from you.
Thank you so much, Chris. It was an honor to be here. You can find me on just about any social media under @karate.jules, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I am constantly posting film industry BTS and what it's like to be a female stunt woman in the industry. Thank you so much for your time, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Bye.